All the shots we took, we got fouled 4 times, roughly, for 8 free throw attempts. Again, I don't complain much. I never thought I'd see that in an NBA Finals game.
Okay, but he did complain last night. Does Mike Brown have a fair gripe, Cameron?
Listen, it was 23-21, 2 fouls separated. You get 3 fouls in the first minute and a half, you're going to be in the bonus most of the fourth quarter. My opinion is this: Mike Brown knows what it takes to win a championship. Stop crying. I don't want to hear all the crying, man. Now, is it physical? That's really on the rush. They're letting them do some things in the first half. Then the second half, you're not letting them do some things. My opinion is this: he has a right to talk about it, but you can't come on after the game and complain about it. Big free throw discrepancy. Even me being a Spurs fan and saying, look, Wemby mushed Jalen Brunson to the ground.
No question.
Yeah, he mushed him. But what you got to realize is this, too, what's not being called is Wemby under the ground being arm locked by Karl Anthony Towns from time to time, from Mitchell Robinson from time to time. So he gets a little frustrated. Big Perk just said it. When it's a smaller guy on you as well, you get a little bit of frustration. I remember Kevin Durant used to dribble a lot. And when they put Chris Paul on him, he used to get really, really frustrated. Me personally, I would say stop crying. Does Mike Brown have a complaint? Is he right about it? Maybe. But stop complaining. You know what it takes to win a championship.
Perfect.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, me neither.
Real talk. I don't want to hear it. And to me, that's not championship talk, in my opinion. That's giving excuses. And my thing is this: you lost a 4-point game. Like, you lost by 4. You had 21 points off of turnovers.
Yeah.
Like, those were self-inflicted wounds. Yep. And you can't cry about the physicality, because, to be honest with you, that reaction from Wemby, and I'm not justifying and saying it was right and he shouldn't have got called for a foul, but I want y'all to go back and look at the tape from game 1 and game 2 out of this horn action. I'm telling y'all, when Wemby is rolling to the basket, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Landry Shamet, whoever is that guy on the weak side that is pulling over to the free throw line, they are not just tagging him, they are hitting him. With the point, they're standing him up that he can't even get a free roll. That's why we hadn't saw those live dunks at the basket, games 1, game 2, game 3, like we saw, games 1 and game 2, like we saw last night. And so again, Mike Brown addressed the problem at hand. The problem at hand was that the ball was not moving, right? And y'all had too many careless turnovers, too many self-inflicted wounds, on top of some dumbass fouls yesterday. Dumbass fouls. Dumbass technical foul by Josh Hart that people don't look at, that be happening earlier in the game. Mm-hmm. Points that add up.
I'm totally with them. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Listen, it was a bad officiating night, no doubt about it. That should have automatically been a flagrant one against Wemby, at the very least, to do that, what he did to Jalen Brunson. But that ain't why you lost the game. And you talking about a 24-8 discrepancy in the free throw shooting. Well, San Antonio came to your house and out physical the New York Knicks last night. That didn't happen in San Antonio at Frost Bank Arena. That didn't happen there. It happened at Madison Square Garden. They showed up at Madison Square Garden. They said, we ain't going out like that. What brooms? What you talking about? Who you sweeping? We ain't going nowhere. This is what they did. We should have won, if not both of the games in San Antonio. That's the attitude that they walked into the arena with last night. And you also got to remember, Wemby blocking shots, erasing everything in the vicinity. He's not bodying you up and then blocking your shot. Somebody else is defending you. You come into the hole. He's coming out of nowhere. He's taking it out the air. That's entirely different. You, as a New York Knicks fan, with no real, legit, bona fide shot blocker, you're bodying up. So the chances of them being able to draw a foul are going to be exponentially higher and more probable than you're going to be able to do that. You got to take that into consideration as well. Also, Stephon Castle comes out, and maybe this is what Coach Brown was talking about. Because Stephon Castle came out. Just like Wemby came out there looking for a shot, looking to be aggressive, Stephon Castle was looking to be aggressive on the defensive end of the floor. He accepted the assignment of Brunson, didn't run from it all night long. And not only that, they can switch because all of them defend. You don't have anybody on San Antonio who takes plays off on the defensive side of the ball. So their attitude is, you got them. But in the same breath, you ain't the only one that got him, because on occasions when they have to switch and the Knicks try to create these kind of mismatches, all of them are like, yo, we bigger, we just as strong, maybe not, but that's how they feel, and that's how they come at it. You got 6 to 7 different big bodies. Let's go through the list. Vassell, Fox, Champagnie, Harper, you understand, Johnson. You got all of these cats. They're bigger than Jalen Brunson. So their attitude is like, and we're willing to defend. What you gonna do about that? And if you're not getting those calls for Brunson, that's what really this was about with Mike Brown. Mike Brown was looking at them get all up in Brunson, and he's trying to bring attention to that to make sure that their brothers can get some calls so they can lay off with the physicality and disrupting the flow of that offense. But Mike Brown's gonna have to figure something out, because you have now let the San Antonio Spurs back in this series.
But my thing is that who's going to be that enforcer for the Knicks? And it can't come from neither of your best players. Like, I can't ask Towns to do that.
That's where you miss. That's where you miss Dante DiVincenzo.
Nah, but no, that's what Big Mitchell Robinson got to do something.
Yeah, but he's only 14 minutes.
It don't even matter, and it only take 2 minutes to send a message. It only take 2 minutes to send a message.
OG is bigger than them. If you're really looking at it, think about it. We're talking about Jalen Brunson, right? But he's bigger than them. When you're talking about Vassell, when you're talking about Champagnie, when you're talking about Castle.
Right.
That's why he's having his way. The Spurs really don't have a power forward. They only got the center and the 4 guards. You could label Champagnie a forward if you really want to. But he's the one that really needs to abuse them. Also with Mr. Ross, because I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. I'm just, no. You're right.
Right.
But I'm talking about sending a message.
Okay.
I'm talking about who's going to lay somebody on their ass.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about who's in there to go get buckets and mismatches. No. An enforcer is what.
Okay, I know. Now I understand what you. I know you coming from.
Wimby sent a message in the Minnesota.
Where's the big perk at?
But it's a little. See, in the same breath, there's a little bit of sensitivity you have to have. Like, for example, you could go out there and do it, but understand you're gonna get in today's day. You don't know what's gonna get you ejected. It's relatively subjective. You understand? They go to the videotape and go like this. You need to get your ass out the game. That's the problem with it. You ain't trying to get ejected. See, you didn't have to worry about ejections. You had to worry about technical foul, but you didn't have to worry about the ejection.
It don't even matter. You just highlighted that Mitchell Robinson not playing that many minutes anyway, yesterday. And then when you look at yesterday, guess what? They didn't even go to Big Mitch like that. Mm-hmm. Mike Brown went small and put OG Anunoby at the 5 when Karl Anthony Towns went out.
Put Jose Alvarado in to be a disruptor.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, and my thing is, if you go and look at the post-game interview, watching Wemby walk to the post-game interview, did y'all see the video?
No,
he didn't have on no shoes or socks. He's too comfortable. How you walking around Madison Square Garden barefooted? You know why he left his shoes on?
That's actually very nasty, considering
I'm saying,
where Madison Square Garden is.
I don't know where you were going.
I'm just saying, because he stood on business all night. He comfortable.
Yeah.
He comfortable.
But see, this goes back to what we talked about when we was on the show a couple of weeks ago. Wemby could get away with certain stuff that Mitchell Robinson can't. So you're telling me that Mitchell Robinson should go be an enforcer at something like hockey? He may miss the next game. And from game to game, you may need Mitchell Robinson next game.
Man, a hard foul here or there, or something to send something. Yeah, hey, man, listen. By any means necessary. We saw what the Spurs was on last night.
All right, we got to go. We're going to get more, obviously, into the physicality throughout the next 2 hours, because now this has become a serious series. Game 3, of course, has the 50 moments throughout. Big Perk has playoff battle wounds to prove he knows which team the physicality favors, but do Stephen A and Cameron agree? Plus, strong comments out of OKC about the reigning 2-time MVP SGA. Stephen A will tell you why you should care and how OKC could be missing their best chance to be returning to the finals. That's next.
So how good does it